An operation by the small-scale mining task force has uncovered dredging boats in their numbers on River Ankobra in the western region. The boats, known as Fure, are largely responsible for contamination of river bodies. The latest revelation comes after the task force had destroyed about 250 of them in a two-day operation in parts of the region. The small-scale mining task force believes faceless financiers of illegal mining are fighting back, getting new boats back into the rivers. Nanaya Ojima traveled overnight with a team on the anti-Galamsey operation to Pristia and its environs and came through with this report.
One champagne boat costs at least 15,000 cedis, but illegal miners dare to acquire them to dredge for gold in rivers. Members of the task force pull a champagne boat to the bank of the river for distraction. Others go after defiant dredgers who decided to stay put despite the presence of the task force. Enchi Abre is a resident here.
They
came to this place on a boat. We asked them to leave, but they refused. We went to report them to the task force of Pristia. They got wind of their coming and left. We returned after days. We tried to do it ourselves, but they outnumbered us.
Members of the task force pursued the dredgers and arrested 3 of them on the river. 2 of them admitted to have traveled from the Volta region to the west to man a boat here. The other claims to have gone there to help them pack their machines out of the place.
Boss, day for yours. Agbe is your boss. So Agbe who built the machine for you. Senior man day. Who is the senior man? He day for where? He day for yours. You don't know him. You are working with somebody, but you don't know that person. You don't know the person that you are working with. Only Agbe that you know. Okay.
The presence of the machines stretch along the river for as far as the eye can see. They are operational all week, except on Fridays. More champagne equipment continue to be discovered here on the Ankobra River. The task force are now going after these champagne equipment, even though their operators or owners are nowhere to be found. Daily dredging of the waterbed by many groups has caused the river to lose its natural clean look to deep brown sides. Now, Ankobra, which is the main source of water for the people of Container and Rioso, is virtually unusable. Those who have no option have to fetch the water and allow it to settle before they drink. Others buy sachet water or resort to ponds and other unwholesome sources as alternatives. Here is Mr. Abre speaking for residents once again.
Yeah, but when
we moved here, the river was very clean and we used it for everything. Now we no more use them. Sometimes we treat it with alum before we use.
About 201 engines were destroyed here at Rioso and Container after some had been dismantled on the first day at Himai. Suspects arrested, together with 6 pumping machines and a motorbike seized in the operation, were handed over to the police. Leader of the task force, Bracey Ando, is saddened at the level of pollution of the river.
And as you can see, the dredge machines are over 200. And in fact, I'm very sad because driving these people away is not easy. It's not an easy task. But so far as we have promised Ghanaians that we will help to sanitize the system, we will not stop.
After hours of pursuing illegal miners and their equipment, the overwhelmed but exhausted task force had to retreat for the day. For JoyNews, Nanaya Ojima reporting.
Now, an unannounced visit by Lands and Natural Resources Minister Kweku Asomachreme appears to give credence to concerns by a section of Ghanaians that the war on illegal mining is crumbling in spite of the many interventions. The illegal miners have outwitted the lean team of the Forestry Commission to destroy 80 hectares of the 15,823 hectare Fure Forest Reserve in the Western Region town of Emiasin Suta. Latif Idris has been traveling with the sector minister and has more in this report.
It was the Oda Forest Reserve in January 2020. About 7 hectares of that forest reserve was pillaged by illegal miners. Today, it is the Fure River Forest Reserve in the Western Region. 80 hectares of the 15,283 hectares of forest reserve has been pillaged by illegal miners who we are told operate deep at night.
Combined with the staff strength, the Forestry Commission staff strength here, we adopt a strategy with informants, and then those equipment are retrieved and most of the people are arrested. What is not motivating us enough is the punitive measures given by the court. Recently, you can see, as I told you, 7 people were arrested here. Precisely where we are just the Fure River. So all the punishment the court gave was 700 Ghana cedis as a penalty, and it was not motivating enough for our boys, because to gather resources and then arrest armed people, retrieve 2 pump machines, and at the end, at the risk of your life, and the court to award a penalty of 700 cedis for 600 cedis for the people to go scot-free, I think that is not motivating enough.
Dozens of artificial ponds created from abandoned mine outpits dotted the heavily battered forest reserve. One of the topical issues in the fight against illegal mining, popularly known as Galamseyers, has to do with the missing of some seized excavators. Responding to questions about the number of excavators that have been confiscated or sold, Mr. Sumachreme said,
"No excavator has been sold, of which I am aware of. As I speak to you now, I'm yet to take full inventory together with the committee in charge of, interministerial committee, to ascertain the figures involved."